Hello there, all my beautiful tater tots. My name is Nader Tater, and it's been almost like a month since I uploaded something. I want to apologize for all that. I have two reasons why I haven't been uploading as much. The first reason is because I'm starting school now, and you know, that's going to be a handful. So that means I won't be able to upload as much for a while now, but I'll try to upload as often as I can. The second reason, and probably the biggest reason, is because I've been losing motivation to upload and stuff. I just haven't really been feeling it, you know? I mean, if you want to make good videos and stuff, the most important step, in my opinion, is you have to feel it. You have to do it whenever you're feeling it. So that way, you can make it into something good. And yeah, I just didn't have that. So I want to apologize. I'm going to try to upload a little more. Chances are I might or I might not. We'll just have to see what happens. Just bear with me, alright? But today I have something special for you guys. So, this right here is my original Nintendo Switch Pro Controller. As you can see, it's kind of been through some stuff. It's got like a couple scratches and stuff. I don't know if you can see it that well. The sticks here got a little bit chewed up and stuff. That's because one time one of my dogs chewed up on these sticks and they kind of got all messed up. So yeah. But I had the idea that maybe I can give this controller a complete new makeover by ordering some new parts to customize it with. So, right here I have some parts, all from the same brand, Calibrate. They're a very good brand for customizing your gaming experience. I have a bunch of parts here that I'm going to use. This box right here has a brand new, if I can open it, there we go, a brand new controller shell. Look at that. We got a nice white shell right there. Each of these parts also came with some screwdrivers and some extra screws in case I lose any, which is a nice little convenience. I also have these sticks right here. They're like black sticks with a little clear thing on them. Also comes with screwdrivers. And I have some red buttons right here. Also come with screwdrivers and screws, which is nice. So, yeah, I'm gonna take everything out of their packages, sort everything, and yeah, we're going to give this thing a new makeover. And at the end of the video, I assure you, it's gonna look brand new. So, just give me a second to take care of this and I'll be right with you. I love bubble wrap. Alright, so we got everything opened up and organized. We have the shell, the sticks, the buttons. We have our screwdrivers, and I had to get some tweezers because I'm going to need them for something. I'll get to it whenever it comes around. And we have our controller, and I have a tutorial by Calibrate playing on my iPad just so I don't mess anything up. And if you guys want to use this as like your own little tutorial or anything to follow along, by all means go ahead. Yeah, let's just get started. Alright, so the first thing we need to do is we need to take these two screws out on the grips so we can take those out. So yeah, let me just do that real quick. One thing I will say about these screws is they are a little bit tough to get out, but just keep trying to make sure you know your righty-tighty from your lefty-loosey. I got one of them out, it's right there. One thing I will recommend doing is separating your screws, because This controller uses like 3 different screws for 3 different sections. But once you get the screw out of the grip, you can just pop it out like that and put it to the side. So let me get the other one off real quick by using the same method. Okay, I got the screws off of the grips and I have them right there, and I have the screws right there. Make sure you put your screws somewhere where you won't lose them. So we're going to turn our attention to these 4 screws here, and we're going to unscrew them just like that. And make sure they're separate from these ones, since these ones are different from these ones. And we have to remember that, especially whenever we're putting this back together. So yeah, let me just do that. Okay, I got those 4 screws out, and once you do that, you should be able to pop the back shell off. I mean, I was able to do it after getting that 4th screw off, and I just had to pop it up to get the screw out. You guys probably saw it in the video, which probably would have been difficult to see because looking back at it, I noticed that my hands were in the way. So I'm gonna have to see what I can do about doing some better camera work. I mean, I haven't done a video like this before, so yeah. So this is the battery, which you can just take out like that. You're gonna need that, so you're gonna want to hold on to that. So now, guess what we have to do now? Some more unscrewing. There's that, and that screw that we have to take out. So yeah, you know the drill. Alright, so once you get those screws out on the back, you can now pull this apart carefully. It's gonna be difficult to do this. Alright, I'm just double checking to make sure I didn't miss any screws or anything. But, oh, okay. Sometimes it helps to put your fingernail in this little crack and then run it along the edge, just to help loosen it. I don't know if you guys can see it that well, but yeah. Hold on. Come on. Open sesame. Oh, okay. Did you guys hear that? That was the sound of progress. Come on. Yes, I got it. I got it. Okay. Yes, I got it open. Okay. So, I don't know if you guys can see it that well, but this is what you should have once it's open. Now, this is the scary part. You see this little ribbon right here? Yeah, so that little ribbon right there, that's why I have the tweezers right there, because I need to take that off if I'm going to separate these 2 pieces. Yeah, so there we go. We're gonna take our tweezers right here. I had to borrow these from my sister actually, and we're going to carefully open this thing up, and then we're gonna take the ribbon out. Oy, this is very scary because if you mess this up, then your controller is done. Alright, maybe you can just... No. Okay. Alright, so I actually accidentally got it off camera. So basically what you need to do is you need to lift up this little black flab here so that the ribbon comes off, and you have both these pieces here. Now while we're here, we can actually take our old control sticks and just like, hold on. You take our, oh no. You take our old control sticks and just pop them off like that. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Look how worn out this stick is. It's got a chewed up piece right there. Nasty. But we take them off. Pretty simple. And then we have our new control sticks. Don't those look snazzy? I don't think there's a difference on which one you put them on. It doesn't really look like it, but basically this is the control stick circuit thing, and you attach your new control sticks on it like that. Very, very easy. Look at that. So I think that looks pretty good. So we already have one new part of our new controller on. So let's oh no, I gotta be careful with these screws. Just gotta move them around somewhere where they won't go flying. So we're gonna move our attention towards the front shell, and then we have more screws that we just have to unscrew. We got these two here, that one there, and let me look around real quick. I think it's just these three. I'll probably point them out in the time lapse. But yeah, let me just unscrew these, and then once we have that, we can get to putting our new buttons in. So that's awesome. Okay, so once we get this piece off, we have access to the buttons. So the buttons have this little sleeve thing on them that we have to take off, and then we take these buttons off. Actually, I'm gonna keep the front four buttons because I don't think that this pack, wait, actually, it does. It does have those buttons. I was confused for a second there because when I looked online, it didn't show that they had the front four buttons, like the plus, minus, home, and snapshot button, but they do. So that's interesting. So I will be taking these buttons off. So we can just dump them off like that. And this is our front shell, so actually we're gonna need that piece for the home button. Oh, it just pops off like that. Easy. So this is our old shell. We don't need this anymore. We're gonna take our new front shell piece. We're gonna take this, we're gonna flip it over, and then we're gonna move over to our new buttons right here. We're gonna take all of our buttons, starting with the A, B, X, and Y. So basically, we have our buttons. We have this little piece for the home button. You can easily just push it in like that, and then take your home button, and then just put it on like that, and that's how it looks. So we're gonna put our buttons on, corresponding to the proper little gate things, whatever they're called. I don't really know what to call them, but it helps to make sure that the buttons go in the right places, basically. Sorry if my camera work isn't the greatest. As I said before, I haven't really done a video like this. I don't have all the proper equipment necessary to do this. So, yeah, I hope you guys don't mind. I'm trying my best here. So, we're gonna turn our attention towards this thing here. This has all the shoulder buttons on it. So, actually, let me put the camera over here right now, because I'm probably gonna need two hands to do this. Oh no! Fell over again. Okay, so, the normal left and right buttons, you can just, like, snap off like that. Just make sure that this little circuit doesn't go anywhere. Now, for the ZL and ZR buttons, there's a little, let me see if I can get you guys to see it, but there's a little rod in there that we need to get out in order to access the ZL and ZR buttons. And we do that with our handy dandy tweezers. So you might need more smaller, more precise tweezers for this, just to make this a little bit easier. Which brings me to my one complaint about this whole thing, is that they provide you with the screwdrivers and stuff, but they don't provide you with tweezers. It's like they provide you with some of the necessary tools, but not all of them. Which kind of sucks, because I'm kind of stuck with these big tweezers that aren't very good for this kind of task. So, yeah, that's like the one complaint I have about this. So, if anybody knows Extreme Rate, then maybe you can contact them and tell them about this. Because, as you can see, I'm kind of having trouble getting into the rod with these big tweezers. So, just give me a second. Alright, I'm back. So, I got the buttons, well, the shoulder buttons on. Getting that rod out was kind of difficult. I had to get my dad for assistance, and he actually had to use these things right here to pull the rod out. And it was scary because, you know, I didn't want to break anything or whatnot, and I didn't want to mess it up because I want this to be a good controller, you know? But basically, you just snap the shoulder buttons in place, and then you put these the ZL and ZR buttons in, and then put the rod back in. Putting the rod back in is actually a lot easier than taking it out. So, yeah, that's good to know. Here's what the front looks like, by the way. It actually looks really nice so far. I'm really liking how it's looking. But basically, at this point, what you want to do is put the screws back in. I already put 2 of them in, just so I can make sure what I was doing. One pointer is that you want to be careful. You don't want to screw them on too tight, since this is like plastic. So yeah, just keep that in mind. So yeah, just put these back in, and then I'll be with you guys for the next step. Okay, so now we're gonna get our blue ribbon. Well, it's not blue, it's blue on the sides, but it's more white. We're gonna take this and we're gonna put it back in place. Now, a good way to tell what side goes where, the blue side with the numbers on it, and then there's a blue side with nothing on it. The blue side with numbers goes here. So remember that. So again, use tweezers, or maybe this. Actually, I wouldn't recommend using this because it might cut it. But I was able to get this off using these, so I should be able to get them back on. So basically, connect these two pieces together, and yeah. So actually, what I would recommend doing is taking this and putting it on here first, with the blue side with the blank space on it, because that will make it connecting it a little easier. Okay, sorry I did that off camera. I just wanted to make sure that I did it right. So it should be attached on there well. Actually, I'm gonna double check it to make sure that it's good. Ooh. Oh yeah, now it's in there. So then we can try to connect them back together. Yeah, in case you guys couldn't tell, this is actually very tricky to do. It requires a lot of difficult things, and you need to make sure that you have the right tools.
Two hours later.
I finally got it on. As you can see, it should be able to stay there. So once you get it on, at this point you can, hold on, I need to use two hands for this. You can put these two pieces together like this, and then basically what I'm gonna do, let me put this down real quick. Basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 screws back on. We're gonna take our new back shell and then we're gonna attach it on, put these screws back on, put the grips on, screw them on. Oh, actually, I need to put the battery back in. You do not want to forget this. This is essential to make sure the controller works. But we're basically going to be retracing our steps, kind of. And then we should be done. So yeah, I'm just going to cut it to a time lapse. Here it is. Look at that. That looks really nice. I'm proud of how this turned out. I think this turned out pretty good. Look at that. Looks amazing. Alright, so there's one more thing we have to do, and that's see if it works. And it looks like it does. See if we can navigate over to the system settings menu and then just go all the way down to controllers and sensors, and then we're going to go down to calibrate control sticks. Here we go. Just to make sure that these are working. Alright, now the right stick. Nice. Now I'm going to test the input devices. Nice. We got a brand new, fully functioning Pro Controller. Look at that. That's amazing. Wow. This actually worked out pretty well. It was a little bit, what's the word? I'm trying to think of the word to describe how the process was. It was a little bit, worrisome, I guess, because I was worried about some things that were going to happen, and, it was a little tough. Yeah, it's really tough. I would highly recommend finding a good tutorial out there if you want to do this yourself. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. I don't know if you guys noticed in the time lapse, but when I was putting it back together, I almost forgot to put the battery back in, which sucks, but I got it in. Also, for the grips, this one screw right here, I was having trouble putting back in, so I had to replace it with one of the screws that I was provided. So, yeah. Also, I had trouble with, replacing the ZL and ZR buttons. I think I probably told you about that, because I had tweezers that were, like, too big, and, you know, wasn't the most pleasant process, but this is the result. And the result is pleasant, so that's all that matters, really. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna be using this a lot more now. Now that it's in like brand new condition and stuff, pretty much. Almost. I mean, this controller at its core is pretty old, but it feels new. So that's nice. But yeah, that's all I have for this video. I hope you guys enjoy it. Sorry it wasn't really the best quality video of me completely like reconstructing my controller. This is the first time I've done an actual video like this, and it was a little bit tricky to figure out how I was going to set up my camera and stuff, but I figured something out. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!